Hello, RoahmMythril here once again, getting back to Magmammal 3, and, well, it's the ice area. I should play at least a couple of stages here. My pride is a lover of winter weather. It's probably not on the line because, truthfully, it's going to be coincidental if any of the stages I play today are actually ice-based. But the tier is, and that's close enough. Hi, Crystal Man. Okay. So I did have somebody in the comments say I might want to try using this vending machine. Which I'm not sure if there's anything specific that I need to do here, because, well, I'm fully stocked, so I can't buy anything anyway. So, I'm not sure if that was hinting me toward anything, or what. But yeah, further clarification maybe? Meanwhile, I am curious about this area. I don't seem to be able to do anything up there. Okay. One of those that just looks suspicious, but isn't. Hi there, Snowman. Can you believe it? I'm supposed to be plowing snow to, you know, get it away from places. But I was called here to help shovel more snow into this lab. These scientists must really care about the aesthetic. Okay, 109th place. The Heist by Other Spike. 47.88, 2.2 in difficulty. 5% time penalty. Alright. Okay, 1 exit, 3 tokens. Let's go for it. Always check left, and nothing. Okay. So, things of note. Junk blocks do block these lasers. Also, the ball bombs don't actually destroy the junk blocks. This is supposed to be a heist, so I probably don't want to hit the lasers. Okay, yeah, these also are not affected by the ball bombs. Really? Nothing over there? Honestly, a little surprised by that. And nothing that way. Okay, nothing in there. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. I had to check that side path. Okay, so yes, obviously we're starting over. And we are not starting at the checkpoint. Okay. Well, at least we know where the first token is. And we also know now that the lasers seem to just do a small bit of damage. Down you go. Just carefully dig through here. Right then. Not what I meant to do. But we're okay. Huh. I can't even cross into that one. Weird. Okay. Huh. Had to check. It just seemed like a plausible place to hide something, but apparently not. Fair enough. So now let's wait for that to get blocked off. Odd that there's so much junk piled up here. That could be a bad case of causing clipping. Okay. I mean, that works. There's so many areas that feel like they should be something that I can sneak into, but I can't. Aha, I see. Okay. Okay, I think I see what they want. And the red is still there to block it. Okay. Yeah. That was a lot going on in that room. Such a cozy little space here. Okay, so jewel platforms. Huh. Okay, so which way do you want me to go? Oh, and there's Telly's, alright. I mean, right's been progress the whole time, so let's check out this ladder. Ha. Hi there, Sniper Joe. Plushie. Oh, that's a problem. And I had the sneaking suspicion I may have gone the wrong way to find the third token. And I'm afraid of running across a checkpoint. because I very much could have gone to the right over there. Did it somehow get crushed by the falling blocks? Did I just experience hitbox weirdness? I don't think I was supposed to kill that thing in one shot. Well, it was maybe worth going back to experience that weirdness. Okay. Almost back to where we were, but let's try going this way this time. Because, yeah, there's the heart. Enemies don't interact with us, do they? No, they do not. Okay. Almost had it. But hey, brute force works too. I at least have the general idea of what they wanted there. But that should be everything as far as tokens. So, let's get to the exit. It is a very tight jump there. Okay. Hi, punk. You kind of missed the landing there. So were we doing the heist, or was Punk and his gang doing the heist and we're trying to stop him? I'm unsure. Well, I was doing good for a bit there. And there we go. Heist completed! Thinking about it, I'm going to assume Punk was the one doing the heist, because getting into the vault we found like, what, 3 tiny bolts? So I think if we were committing the heist, somebody beat us to it. Shanghai, a precious doll belonging to Alice Murgatroyd. Rumor has it that a program based off of it protects cyberspace from viral threats. Yes, indeed, there is a fan game that is based largely on Battle Network, but with Toho characters. I have a friend, UltraX, who is very into it. From what I've seen of it, I don't think the style of humor is quite something I'd be after. Shanghai's personality in it, I'm not too big on it. But hey, to each their own. I don't know, maybe I will check it out sometime. I forget what state of completion it's actually in at this point. I know they had to change some things, like they literally had Z-Saver. I'm so used to saying it Z-Saver due to the translation error. I am sorry in advance to Ultra, I did not mean to say that. I know it bugs them. Z-Saber, they literally had Z-Saber in there, but they had to remove it. So, I don't know how much of what's left to do is just tidying up things like that, versus how much is features that they still plan to implement and haven't done so yet. But anyway, we have a cursed doll. Hi there. Ivan Chilsky. At this lab, we are always coming up with new ways to utilize ice. My focus is ice and its relation with computers. For example, utilizing an icy mist to cool down overheating laptops. Perhaps one day we can make some sort of cybernetic ice. Think of the applications of that. That was not a rhetorical statement. It was a request. Can you help me think of an application? Whatever you do, don't talk to Sean and Freezeman EXE. They used cybernetic ice. It wasn't great. Alright, 108th place. Identity Man by Sharp. 48.2 with a 3.6 in difficulty. Did I get one more level? Still one exit and 3 tokens. And a skip teleporter. Well, again, as far as songs I'm happy to hear, I do love Heart of Anchor. But what do we have to worry about here? Oh! I may have gotten one more level. You know, this level might not have been so difficult if its main gimmick weren't so painfully unreliable. You can quick slide to cancel the gimmick, but did I realize that before I got stuck as a helpless Dada? No. So, oops. Guess who forgot Fragile Man mentioned this? Yeah. Durgan's gonna have problems with this later on. In my defense, the skip room here has a lot of NPCs to talk with. Possibly more than was really necessary. Your mileage may vary on that. But with Fragile Man being the first you're likely to talk to, as I did, there's a lot of dialogue to take in here, and it's pretty likely one might forget what was said earliest on. Certainly happened for me, but in a way that's maybe a good experiment for this gimmick? Because the stage itself does not give you any indicator about using Quick Slide, which I can only imagine is how the judges themselves experience things. No indicator of how to get out of the gimmick. So, yeah. Anytime in the future where I mention wishing I had known that, just remember, A, the only way I would have known was going into the skip room, B, I don't usually use Quick Slide, and C, I'm a forgetful Durgan. So yeah, we're gonna have some fun. Okay. One token here is very frustrating to get. It involves precise platforming with a finicky gimmick. And it just had to be a Rabbiton too. I'm allergic to those. I'm itching more than ever now. Ah! Beware, this level's gimmick is prone to glitchy, abnormal behavior. Certain weapons can break it further. Warning, warning, defeating this level's boss during certain attacks can cause a soft lock. This level has an especially obscure Easter egg if you input a code at a certain point in the level. But the level never specifies where you have to use it. Perhaps there's an upgrade that can fix that? But that Easter egg's completely optional anyway. You won't miss anything important. Well, then we're not going to worry about that. Okay. I'm concerned. Just a bit. In. Okay. Okay, I cannot slide. I see. Okay, how do I in? I am very confused. like, I don't think I can change forms. I think I am stuck as this for now. And I can't just go down ladders, okay. Yeah, like... Okay. Bringing up the tank wheel, it temporarily shows me again, but... I am very confused. Like, there does not seem to be any way to switch out once you have taken another form. So, I mean, at this point, I don't know that I want to... Well, we're stuck with this now, I guess. I can jump high, but that's about it. And seemingly only every third jump. I don't think I have any agency whatsoever over this form. Okay, also nice to know Magnet Beam, Bike, and Jet are disabled. Okay. Yeah, I can't fire at all, is this? Huh. Okay, so that at least works for that. This does not feel comfortable. The idea here is interesting. Oh, you're kidding me. I would like to change forms, but I'm not allowed to, apparently. And now suddenly, those things can't even hit me anymore. Weird. Stop hopping! Oh my gosh. And yeah, now suddenly nothing can actually hit me. Well, your shots can, okay. Because, yeah, I don't think I want a different form for this. No, I didn't want to do that. Because, yeah, even switching to utilities or weapons, nothing happens. It is unfortunate, because the idea is genuinely interesting. Like, literally, the only problem I have with this is not being able to switch back. Hitting the slide button lets you get out of that form. The dedicated slide button. Okay. It might have been nice to have been told that. A lot of the problems I have with this stage, honestly, are just lack of communication of the gimmick. Because, yeah, you can just drop the disguise anytime you want. That makes things a lot more reasonable. You good? Chimkin. What? I mean, when the gimmicks of the stage work, they are interesting, they are very good, but also, I'm very confused, and also did I just pogo off of a med bullet? I'd believe anything at this point. Wait, what? This is fine. I'm just very confused right now. For anyone who's just really wanted to be a Sakugarne. Okay, I've been told that I might need this. Banui. Okay. So you do not have a double jump, good to know. But it seems like you do have Donkey Kong frames. Okay. Good to know. What? Okay. That wasn't too bad. And that's all the tokens. Okay. Unfortunately, the bun cannot attack. Okay, hitboxes there were interesting. Okay, you did specifically need the bunny there, because these don't have a hitbox unless you are the bun. And so the trigger for that seemed to be getting all of those little platforms spinning in the other area, so yeah. Yeah, it's exactly what you'd think it does. You can't move at all other than back and forth. Because, yeah, this is a more fun stage, knowing that, yes, you can actually get out of these forms. And I appear to be 2 shield attackers at once, somehow. Okay. The stage does find interesting ways to just completely baffle me. I am legitimately enjoying the weirdness, though. Yep, those platforms are bunny exclusive. And those blasts have a wide range. Okay. So yeah, one issue with the stage, just due to how the mechanics work, is you don't really get any kind of, like, pickups from enemies, because the enemies just become the forms you take. Getting around here is a bit awkward. The real trouble here is pretty much every form you take does tend to have rather awkward movement. I was too close and I have become bun. double shield. And, well, it gave me a small weapon energy, I guess. So there's that. Overall, I think my main feelings on this one are the idea is interesting. It definitely has potential. However, I do think one big thing is communication was needed as to how to reset forms, because there really isn't anything that tells you that. And so that left me feeling very, very confused at the start. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so kind of a boss slot machine here. Definitely a case of think fast. Hard and gyro. Galaxy and gyro. We're a fan of Gyro Man today. Galaxy and gyro. Air and ring. Is that supposed to be happening? Did something break? So yeah, one side determines the movement pattern, the other determines the weapon. So yeah, left is movement. Like Airman, you don't have to worry about Air Shooter, it's just he does the double hops. Okay, I'm going to guess it is supposed to do that, since it's done it both times now. Half-health gimmick? Okay. I don't feel like I had a lot to say during the stage. I was just very confused by a good bit of that. I can understand the skip teleporter on this one, because it is a weird, finicky gimmick, but it is an interesting one. It is something I do think potential is there. I just think more communication is needed. Like I said, there being no communication that the dedicated slide button gets you out of a borrowed form, that's really bad for me, because I'm not used to using a dedicated slide button. This is the antithesis of the issues that I've had where it's been a running gag that I keep finding hidden ladders because I use down and jump to slide. In this case, the fact that I do that did not serve me well. Oh. It is an interesting stage. I like the gimmick. The boss was interesting. Like I said, I'm pretty sure that is a half health gimmick, because it does give you less time to prepare for what attack type he's going to use, because the reel doesn't stop until he's used his movement, rather than showing you right from the start, okay, these are the two moves I'm going to use in quick succession. In the second half of the fight, it's, I'm gonna do this, and you're not gonna know what I'm gonna follow it up with until it's time. Fairly simple, but Overall, an interesting idea for a boss as well. It fits the theme of borrowing something else's moveset, borrowing something else's identity. So, all in all, I do think it is an interesting level. A little polish and a little better communication would have helped. But, all the same, we got through it. And so that is where we're going to call it for now. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you're enjoying the series so far, and I shall see you again next time. Until then, who am I? So, normally that would have been the end of it, but then it failed to take it. Reading through the judge commentary sent me on a bit of a side quest, so I had to come back here. Seems there's a hidden boss to track down with basically no indicator as to how the heck you were supposed to find them. Shinryu spelled it out, so once more, we revisit Identity Man. Going back through the stage, I did try some of the other enemy forms I didn't really mess with just to see what they'd do, which does reveal some odd choices. Crazy Cannon, for example, cannot move aside from switching left or right and adjusting its aim, making it not super useful. Then there's Shield Attacker, which gives you no defense whatsoever. Even if you run into an enemy with your shielded side, you're the only one taking damage in the exchange. Unfortunately, a lot of the gimmick kind of falls into really cool idea, but faulty execution territory. But anyway. Okay, yeah, there's like nothing after the fight that seems to indicate anything, so I'm not sure how you're supposed to know this, but up, down, left, right?
Long time no see,
okay. I forgot you did that. Not a big fan of not getting a life recharge before that fight. Because, yeah, Identity Man hits like a truck with whatever he does. And he also fires gyro attack way too fast. Or too slow. Why was it going so slow there? Okay. So, something I've said before about using E-Tanks. Usually, the point where I start using them is a point where I have lost patience. The fact that I had to go through this stage again, because the last time I defeated Identity Man, he was right next to me, so I immediately grabbed the energy element and left the stage, and thus had to repeat it to get back here. Not a happy Durgan at the moment. So yeah, we're using tanks, we've got plenty of them. Okay, up, down, left, right.
Long time no see,
Because yeah, I'm at a point where I just want to be done with this, frankly. At least remembered you did that this time. Okay, at the very least, your pattern is pretty basic. But it's also very fast. Okay. Sure. Okay, then. uh, 10 out of 10. Great ending. No notes. Yeah, so final thoughts there. Going back through the stage again, it admittedly didn't really do the stage any favors as far as my opinion of it. I was looking carefully to see if there was any indicator anywhere that maybe I just missed that using the dedicated slide button was how to get out of forms. I didn't notice anything. And yeah, I don't think they even mentioned it in the skip room at all. So, yeah, I was uniquely unprepared for that one. The bonus fight is interesting. It is a simple pattern. It will catch you off guard the first couple of times, though, which is kind of mean considering you don't get a health refill after dealing with Identity Man. But the ending was silly and worthwhile. But again, I don't know how you were supposed to find it. Also, I realize now I do have a space to where I could buy something from this vending machine, since for whatever reason it was pointed out to me. Let's hit the right button, though. And yeah, I don't think anything particularly special happened, so I'm not sure why I was told about the vending machine. Durgan is still confused. Anyway, for real this time, fare thee well. Which, I don't think I actually said that at the end of the recording session, because I was still confused by identity problems. Yeah, the cheese has slipped off the cracker.